Hello, I'm Bugs and welcome to Clicking Keys. Gabriel asked if I could show how you could search for content within numbers and replace it with other content using AppleScript. So let's get into it. As always, I'll start with my onRun handler and we'll go ahead and fill in a tell application block where we'll say tell application numbers because we're going to be scripting numbers. And of course we'll add the end tell to close out the tell block. And then we'll want to capture the first document that we want to work on. So I'll say set my doc to document 1. That's going to give us a reference to the document we want to work on. Now I know I've shown this graphic before in a previous video, but I felt it was important to discuss it again just in case you hadn't seen that other video. So every document, every application has a hierarchy as it relates to AppleScript. And within numbers, we need to make sure that we're targeting each of those pieces of the hierarchy correctly in order to interact with its elements. So first we need to interact with the application numbers, then we need to interact and get the next level down, which is the document, and then the document is made up of sheets. Sheets are made up of tables. Tables are made up of rows and columns and cells. Rows and columns are also made up of cells, so you can interact with cells from either the row, column, or table level. Alright, so now that we've revisited the structure of the document, let's get back to our script. So now we'll go ahead and create a reference to the sheet that we want to work with by accessing sheet 1 of my document. And next we'll access the table by saying set my table to table 1 of my sheet. So we're building that hierarchy that we just talked about. Next we'll set a variable for our search term, and we'll set that to demo. And we'll set the replace term variable to changed. So now we've got the basic structure built. We've got access to our document, sheet, and table, and we know what we're going to look for and what we're going to change it to. So the next thing is to tell our table what we want to do. So we're going to say tell my table, and then we'll add the end tell. And then we're going to tell the table to set the value of every cell whose value is our search term to our replace term. That's as simple as it is. That basically tells our entire document to look for the search term and replace any occurrence of it with our replace term. So let's see this script in action. Let's flip over and go ahead and compile the script. And I've already created a document that we can test this on. And you'll notice in my numbers document I've got 3 occurrences of the word demo. And when we run our script, it's going to substitute the word demo for the word changed. There you have it. All occurrences of the word demo have been replaced with the word changed. It's important to note also that if this was a much larger sheet with more columns and more rows, it would take a little bit longer for it to process the information. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've learned something, and if so, please consider clicking on that like button.